Good morning, Vanderbilt, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Morning View. I'm Carly Vaughn.
And I'm Fallon Thompson.
And
we're here.
Do I look tan? I feel like
yes.
I look tan.
You know what? Yes.
Oh my gosh, I got a tan yesterday. I just sat out on the lawn for like an hour and read some stuff, and I got a little bit of a tan.
You know, there were some girls, so I live on Highland, and there were some girls that were two girls that were in their bathing suits out on like Highland lawn, and I was like, I appreciate what you're doing. There's no way that I am ready, like in this like current time, am I ready to be in a bathing suit?
No, nope.
Not even close. Nope. But like I appreciated their bold strategy. I thought it was bold. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
And then there was a guy who also was doing it kind of separate from them. So I appreciated the guy even more just because he was just doing him, and it was beautiful. But yeah. Sometimes guys are allowed to tan too. Like, I feel like guys have this thing where they're like, oh no, I need a farmer's tan because it means I've been working. Not true, men. You're allowed to lay out. It's fine.
Wait, yeah, like that's a thing? Because my boyfriend now, he start like, well, he tans really easily because he's Native American, but he used to like go to like the tanning bed because he had a free tanning bed at his apartment, and so he would just like go to the tanning bed. Is that weird?
I don't know.
I've never been to a tanning bed. I don't know anything about tanning beds. Is it weird for guys to go?
There was like a really bad time in my life where I was like super into the tanning bed, and it just happened to be right before my senior homecoming dance. So guess who was like bright orange for her senior homecoming dance? This girl. Whew, that was rough.
Did you look like leather?
I looked gross because I wore a white dress too, so it's just like
contrasted. Okay. You need to bring in pictures.
So bad.
You need to bring in pictures of this.
Not a chance.
I'm just stalking on Facebook.
I'm like really excited to like show my children now, like, oh yes, this is my senior homecoming, and they'll just like be horrified that like I'm your mother. Like, wow.
Mom, why do you look like a pumpkin?
Yeah, exactly. But actually, you look like a pumpkin in a sock.
Well, anyway, the weather is really nice again today, guys. So if we start seeing some like girls in bathing suits out here.
Okay, you can't. Anyway, it's actually bad because it looks like kind of shady right now, but it's beautiful. Just go outside, take us on your computer, and watch us outside.
Yep. Anyway, there are a lot of things happening around the world in the news today. So let's check it out. An earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 8.0, which is a lot, struck the coast of Chile Tuesday, with reports from the U.S. Geological Survey indicating that it was centered 62 miles north of Iquique, at a depth of 6.2 miles. The quake subsequently generated a tsunami, with tsunami warnings in effect for not only Chile, but also Peru and Ecuador. Tsunamis are not funny. I'm really sorry, guys. Speaking in the Rose Garden on Tuesday, President Obama announced that 7.1 million Americans have signed up for health insurance plans through the Affordable Care Act, hitting its target for enrollment this period. He covered many topics in his speech, but above all, he made it clear that reaching the 7 million target was a definitive victory. He said, "The debate over repealing this law is over. The Affordable Care Act is here to stay." Tiger Woods announced on his website Tuesday that he will miss the Masters, oh no, I didn't know this yet, after having a successful surgery for a pinched nerve. He said, "After attempting to get ready for the Masters and failing to make the necessary progress, I decided in consultation with my doctors to have this procedure done." The back injury has been nagging him for months and contributed to speculation he might miss the tournament, which he is indeed missing. And in Vanderbilt news, according to the Office of Undergraduate Admissions blog, there were a total of 26,293 regular decision applicants this year, which was actually 1,547 fewer than there were for the regular decision applicants for the class of 2017. 126 fewer students were admitted in the regular decision group, and the group's admit rate rose slightly from 10.84% for the class of 2017 to 11% for the class of 2018, which is still crazy low. Middle 50% SAT and ACT scores remained the same from last year's numbers for regular decision applicants. The middle 50% SAT verbal score was 740 to 800. Oh my gosh. The middle 50% SAT math score was 750 to 800, and the middle 50% ACT score was 33 to 35. The amount of students who held major leadership positions or received significant awards during high school was 100%, the same as the regular decision admitted class of 2017. The percentage of admitted students who held a leadership role in a non-athletic organization rose by 4% from the 67% for the admitted class of 2017 to 71% for the admitted class of 2018. The application count has increased 128% since 2007. That's a lot of percentages. The 8th annual Health Professions Graduate School Fair will take place in the Student Life Center Ballroom on Thursday, April 3rd from 2 to 6 p.m. About 64 institutions representing more than 100 programs have registered for the event. The Vanderbilt men's baseball team pulled out a win last night. A short yet confident start from Walker Buehler and a game-changing big inning led the Commodore baseball team to its 6th consecutive midweek win, beating UT Martin by a final score of 5-0. The Commodores are back in action this Friday for the first of a 3-game SEC series in Knoxville against the Tennessee Volunteers. Vandy has lost each of its 3 Friday conference games this season. For more information on these and other stories, check out InsideVandy.com or pick up the latest edition of Your Hustler. Also, there's something going on upstairs. There's something happening up there.
Yeah!
What's happening? I don't know.
What's going on? I don't know.
We can find out at 11, so as soon as the show's over, we're all going to run upstairs.
We're all going to run. I expect to see all of our viewers there.
Yes. If you can, you need to run to Surratt Rand upstairs.
I don't know what's going on. I'm excited.
So if you know where the studio is, you just need to go up right there, and like before you go into Rand, they're like building something.
There's a Coke machine.
And there's a Coke machine, and it has like a light thing that spins on top.
I'm super excited.
And I'm pretty sure we're gonna all be on
It's Carnival. Surprise! Vanderbilt has done it for us. Yeah, no, it wasn't. There was nothing about it on Inside Vandy, so I'm excited.
I think it's a viral marketing campaign. I really do.
Oh, they got my attention.
Maybe that's just because I'm doing a marketing project right now. But
so that's all you're thinking about.
That's all I think about.
But no, I mean, I feel like it very well could be. It's something big. We're trying to get our attention.
Hey, look, this guy. He's part of it. He's part of it in the red shirt. Look at him.
What are you doing?
He's taking out carpet. I don't know why.
Taking out carpet. They're completely redoing Surratt/Rand.
Again.
Surprise.
So yeah, everyone go check it out from 11 to 1. That's when the guy said that they would be doing it, so
I'm excited.
Lunchtime.
However, something I'm not excited for are finals. And they're fast approaching, Vandy. So it's okay. I don't want to talk about it either. And procrastination levels are at an all-time high. I also know this. But I recently found an article that I think a lot of college students would appreciate. We've all been to that dark place before. You're sitting in a library or Buttrick and your belly starts to rumble. You don't have time to go to Rand and you have to study, but you can't seem to focus over the incessant and loud noises your stomach region is making. Luckily, you packed a snack. Alas, it's either a week-old banana that you didn't really pack but more or less just forgot in your backpack, or it's a value-sized family pack of M&Ms that you are going to use to motivate yourself when reading chapters of your textbook. You end up eating the M&Ms because, chocolate, and you just mindlessly eat more and more because you're really not that hungry, and also they're so quick and easy, so why not? Then you just end up on a sugar rush, and the next thing you know, you're coordinating a flash mob to talk dirty to me in the middle of Central. Then you crash midway through the flash mob, and you feel like poop. Vanderbilt, I have your solution. I came across an article of healthy snacks that will fill you up, power your brain, and not make you feel like crap in the end. Plus, they're all really quick and easy as well. So we've got number 1. They're called banana dog bites. Basically, they're just bananas surrounded by peanut butter and then whole wheat tortillas. Really quick and easy. Number 2, apple sandwiches with almond butter and granola. Number 3, frozen yogurt covered blueberries. You basically just coat fresh blueberries in yogurt and then freeze. Number 4, roasted chickpeas. You roast a bunch of chickpeas in the oven for 40 to 60 minutes, just long enough to get through a few chapters of notes, and then select a seasoning and dig in. Number 5, you have multi-grain flatbread cracker snacks. You can lightly spread goat cheese on a flatbread cracker and top with almonds, dates, and a drizzle of honey, or sprinkle feta cheese over slices, or, well, there's a lot of options. The possibilities are endless. Number 6, you can do apples with a peanut butter honey yogurt dip. Number 7, you can do avocado toast. You basically just smash a bunch of avocados and put it on whole grain bread and then drizzle with olive oil and season. Number 8, cheese and cucumber sandwiches, which I'm a little skeptical about, but I'll give it to him. And then number 9, sriracha popcorn. Is that how you say it? Okay, so you just melt butter and stir sriracha sauce in the butter and then drizzle over popcorn and toss. Boom! So many delicious options. Perhaps it'll almost get you in the mood for studying for finals? Probably not, but at least I can say I tried. And that's all I have to say about that.
Some of those look really good.
Yeah. Some of them, they're making me hungry last night. I need some brain food.
Cucumber doesn't sound
good
at all.
I just don't think I can get behind that.
But Carly Schwartz just got really excited when we talked about avocado toast. I don't know if that's something that she makes on a regular basis.
It's Australian.
Yeah, it's Australian. She heard about it in Australia when she was
abroad to Australia.
She's awesome when she went abroad. But anyway, if you are totally ready to not study for finals and just procrastinate your butt off, I've got some information about new television shows that will be coming out this year. So, with streaming services like the beloved Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon gaining more and more popularity among us millennials especially, the trend of creating original content and shows for these platforms is growing. The success of Netflix shows like House of Cards and Orange is the New Black means there will be plenty of new shows this year to satisfy your TV binge addiction. Here are some of the new shows to keep an eye on this year. The first is Sense8. Said to arrive in late 2014, Sense8 is an adult sci-fi series created by the Wachowskis, and they're the ones who did The Matrix, and J. Michael Straczynski, who created Babylon 5. And the series revolves around 8 people from around the world that simultaneously develop the ability to connect with one another telepathically. As they start to learn more about their powers, they draw the attention of world governments and citizens around the world who may have ideas on what the powers can be used for. In an interview with Spinoff Online, Straczynski explained, "We started out at one point talking about how evolution involves creating ever greater circles of empathy. You belong to your family, then you belong to your tribe, then 2 tribes link up, and now you have empathy for your people on this side of the river, and you're against people on the other side of the river, on and on, through villages, cities, states, and nations." He continued, "So what if a more literal form of empathy could be triggered in 8 individuals around the planet, in India, the US, London, Mumbai, Nairobi, and elsewhere, who suddenly became mentally aware of each other, able to communicate as if they were in the same room?" The Wachowskis and Straczynski are set to direct 10 installments of the 10-episode first season, with the team also involved in writing and producing. Straczynski says that he expects casting to be announced in early 2014, so it should be soon, and with the Wachowskis finishing up their work on the upcoming sci-fi film Jupiter Ascending, filming for Sense8 will shoot in December 2014, and the show should be on Netflix later this year. Number 2 is Narcos. Coming from Gaumont International Television, Narcos is a drama series that will chronicle the life and death of Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar. While there hasn't been a ton of information on Narcos since it was announced in February 2013, there also hasn't been any news that would suggest Netflix is planning to abandon the project. And Brazilian-born Jose Padilla, who is the director behind the RoboCop reboot that I think is already out, is set to oversee and direct the 13-episode first season, which is based on his idea. Also involved with Narcos are writers Doug Nero and Carlo Bernard of Sorcerer's Apprentice, while Eric Newman of Children of Men is serving as executive producer. I love that movie, so we'll see how this turns out. Number 3, BoJack Horseman. This series, with all 12 episodes set to premiere on Netflix sometime in mid-2014, revolves around whiskey-drinking humanoid horse and former TV star BoJack, voiced by Will Arnett, who deals with his personal crises with human sidekick Todd, voiced by Aaron Paul, and feline agent and ex-lover Princess Caroline, voiced by Amy Sedaris. BoJack Horseman will be available on all Netflix territories. Even though he's been out to pasture, I've always admired BoJack for his inimitable style and can-do attitude, Netflix Chief Content Officer Ted Sarando said. "I couldn't be more thrilled that he's getting off his legendary haunches to join the internet TV revolution here on Netflix." BoJack Horseman was created by Raphael Bob Waksberg. The titular character was the legendary star of the 1990s family favorite sitcom Horsin' Around, which never actually existed. And the series will be executive produced by Bob Blacksburg, Stephen A. Cohen, and Noel Bright, with Arnett and Paul also serving as executive producers. It will be animated by LA-based Shadow Machine. As a studio executive involved in successful sitcoms like Happy Days, Barney Miller, and Cheers, I always regretted BoJack wasn't on my team. I love how they're talking about him like he's real. Michael Eisner said in a statement, but now with Tornate in the saddle, BoJack is exactly where he belongs, in full creative control and on Netflix. Number 4, Transparent. Streaming television is about to get more transparent, as Amazon Studios announced Monday that it picked up the family dramedy about a late-in-life transgender woman struggling to come out to her grown children. Written, directed, and produced by Jill Soloway, who also did 6 Feet Under and The Amazing United States of Tara, will starring Jeffrey Tambor, who is the dad from Arrested Development, as Mara. Transparent will see a full 10-episode run available for purchase or streaming on Amazon's Prime Instant Video service. While hiring a cisgender or non-trans actor to portray a trans woman often sparks harsh criticism, Transparent creator Soloway acknowledges the critique head-on. It's a line to walk, Soloway told The Advocate in a February interview, but I feel like it's a bit of a safe space for the reality that a lot of older trans women don't necessarily medically transition. I think there's a story we can tell here. For Mara's journey and where she's going to go, particularly at her age, whether or not she's going to medically transition is something we can play with. Additionally, Soloway has committed to introducing a number of trans characters, specifying that they will be played by trans actors, which this was kind of a controversy with the movie Dallas Buyers Club, because Jared Leto won an Oscar for his portrayal of a trans woman when he is in fact not a trans woman. So number 5 and last is The After. In this new fantasy drama from the X-Files creator Chris Carter, a group of Los Angelinos are trapped in a luxury hotel after a mysterious cataclysm that escape to discover that civilization has apparently collapsed. Some uncanny evil is afoot in the land. Plus, they all seem to have lost a whole day and none of them can remember where it went. Coincidences abound, and none of them seem like coincidences. You could say Carter is taking a page from Lost, if Lost weren't so heavily indebted to the specific brand of popcorn-exciting mystery horror that Carter perfected on The X-Files. Carter's got a long track record of holding our interest, whether his work is brilliant, okay, or terrible. No reason to think this will be a departure. So there's a lot of shows out there that are coming up that you can watch. Sorry that was so long, guys. Just talked for a long time.
I still can't get over BoJack.
BoJack Horseman.
Guys, I was crying.
It sounds a lot like Archer, almost.
Okay, yeah.
I like that show.
I could see the parallel.
Welcome to the danger zone. No?
I don't actually watch it, but my housemates do, so I hear it a lot.
I'm sure you've heard that song. Right?
Yeah.
Kenny Loggins.
Yeah, I've heard it, but I can't join in. I'm not at the point where I can join in. I'm sorry.
You don't know that song?
No, sorry.
You don't know Kenny Loggins' Welcome to the Danger Zone? Oh my God.
I mean, I've heard it. I just
you need to sing the whole song.
Sing it.
I expect you to know all the words.
I'm the worst. But yeah, there's a lot coming out. Netflix is up and coming for sure. I mean, obviously, Netflix is my life, but wow.
Did you watch Orange is the New Black?
I started watching it, and then school started picking up, and I just haven't been able to catch back up. But I fully intend on finishing it. I was still, it was just first season, a few episodes in, but it was really good.
Yeah, I love that show. But, yeah, I never finished it either. But the good thing it's on Netflix, so you can always
you can always go back to it. Yeah, and then for Sense8, the Wachowski guy, I just kept thinking Mike Wazowski. Mike
Wazowski.
Yeah,
there was the Wachowskis and the Straczynskis, and it's just...
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. There's some
a
mouthful of names. I'm tired.
However, speaking of, there's a lot going on, or a lot of shows going on, I guess, but put that off, wait to watch your shows, because today there's a high of 81 and a low of 65. Oh, perfect. And it'll be partly cloudy, but there will only be a 10% chance of actual rain. However, tomorrow you can watch your shows because there's a 60% chance of rain, and Friday there is a 90% chance. So that's a bit of a damper, but the weekend should be clear with highs in the 60s. So be sure to go outside this weekend, please.
No.
Except for go outside during the day, and then at night, go see some of the awesome performances we have going on around campus. We've got VOB, which we interviewed with Sam Green on Monday about. VOB is on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 8 p.m., and then Saturday again at 2 p.m. in Surratt Cinema. They're doing Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson. Apparently it's going to be super angsty. I'm like really excited. I heard there's going to be a lot of guy liner. That's all I know. I'm just really, really excited for that. And then there's also the OC, or the original cast, is doing, it's called Seven?
It's something like that.
It's like Seven. It's a musical about sin, the 7 deadly sins.
Sin, what's up?
And then, hey, college kid
sounds sexy.
Lust, am I right? And that's tonight, Friday and Saturday at 8 p.m. And those tickets are $5. And it should be awesome too. I'm super excited. They're apparently singing Wicked, and that's all I know. That's all you have to do. Tell me to get me to go. I'll be there.
I really want to see Wicked. We were talking about this earlier, but I really
You should. It's the best. It's my favorite Broadway play. And I know that's cliche. And I know that also my knowledge of Broadway plays is not that vast, but it's amazing.
My favorite is I've only seen 2. So my favorite out of the 2 I've seen 3.
Oh wait, no, yes, okay.
I've seen Legally Blonde.
Oh, I saw it on MTV. It was awesome.
I saw Legally Blonde, the musical, when it first came out in New York, and we went and we saw Amanda Bynes there, and she told my sister that she liked her hat. This was before she was crazy. She was so nice. She gave us a hug. She signed my program, then I lost it. Dang it.
Well, it's okay now because she's crazy. So
yeah, I've seen Rent, which was amazing, except that the girl who's playing Mimi had like gigantic hair. So the line when he's see your hair in the moonlight, you couldn't miss it because it's gigantic. And I've seen the Queen one, We Will Rock You, which was so silly, but it was fun.
Wow. Okay.
So I don't know. So I need to see Wicked. I need to round out my cliched experience with.
I can see those are songs that I can sing. Let's sing a Wicked song. We're still do our musical episode, Vanderbilt. Do not worry, that's happening.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of skepticism, but it's happening, Vanderbilt.
I'm not scared. So if Sam and Carly Schwartz don't do it, we'll do it.
We'll do it. Even though they're the theater ones, we'll take the reins, Vanderbilt.
I'll sing. I don't care.
Dancing through. Are you ready?
Okay. All right. Well, I want to go check out this Coca-Cola experience thing that's happening upstairs. So have a great day, Vanderbilt. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Enjoy the weather.
Yeah.